Hi. See who else is here. We'll wait a few minutes before we get started. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? We'll get started here at 7 o'clock, about 1 more minute. Feel free to write in the chat box. I want to welcome everyone. I have a sliver in my finger. I'm going to check the internet speed. Great. All right. Well, welcome. It is 7 o'clock, so we will get started. And welcome to Monday Night Meditation with the Blue House Spiritual and Wellness Center. My name is Daphne Larson. Welcome. Thank you for dropping in. The first thing we will do is we will arrive together. So I will strike the bell 3 times, and I'll invite you to arrive into your breath, into your body, and into this moment. Again, thank you for being here tonight. Tonight, I'd like to talk about how to be free from perceived state of mind by seeing clearly what is present. And then we'll do a practice together that I'll guide. And if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to type in the chat box. And this is new technology for me. You'll hear about my struggle as I figure this out and through the sharing tonight. And so I hope everything's working. I do want to say that please enjoy this free talk and practice. And if you are so moved, feel free to donate to thainitiative.org, which is an organization that I founded. And our goal is to help empower underprivileged Hill Tribe children in Thailand to be able to get to school so that they can be educated and continue on with their lives rather than starting a family after finishing 6th grade. Again, that's thainitiative.org, and I'll share the link later. Tonight's talk and practice is about how to see clearly so that it can help you, so that you, seeing clearly, can help you from the mental construct that's going on in your head. Have you ever been stuck in negative thinking so I'm going to give you an example that we are currently in a shelter in place here in Idaho, and maybe at your specific location too. So some of the thoughts that come across my mind are like, this is not going to end, and of course not. This is not going to end that well, or it's going to be months before then you see people dying in the news, maybe even an acquaintance or a friend or a family or even a loved one, or maybe you're not well, but you probably wouldn't be listening right now. So our very foundation, our core of who we are gets shaken. We literally say that. It's like, I'm just shaken to the core. I don't really know where I stand. So how do we deal with all of that? What are some of your thoughts that's been recurring as we have been staying in place, in shelter? Well, no worries. I'm going to teach you a really simple technique that takes practice. And that's the hard part, is it takes practice and practice and practice. And you get a little bit better and a little bit better each time. So I'm going to teach you a practice tonight that should be able to help you out and stop that mental anguish that's going on. So tonight we're going to talk about how to stop the mental construct or the narrative. We're going to see that, and then we're going to make space and drop into an expansive presence of peace, love, and compassion. So what is mental construct? To me, a mental construct is a created story, a narrative, a running dialogue that's going on in our mind or brain. This is a quote I got from Eckhart Tolle. Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking make it so. So I kind of lump that as mental construct. So an example, as I struggle with, what am I going to talk about tonight? What did I talk about last week? I should build on that topic from last week. No, I don't feel like it. But it's good to build on things that you've talked about. And if I don't, maybe I'm not good. And then I go on about my daily task. And then the thought comes back again. I can't do this. I don't even know how this technology is going to work out. I don't know. I haven't had time to prepare. How can I even do this? Why bother? Let's just cancel tonight's talk. Easy enough to do. So as you can see, we're here. I'm here at least anyway. I've worked through that. And so the narrative that was going on in my mind was, I'm not ready. Let's just cancel the talk tonight. The situation, the context behind what's going on there is, I haven't prepared for a talk. The YouTube live streaming option wasn't working earlier today. I haven't tested it. I haven't sent out any links to anybody. I haven't communicated that we're going to change the venue because I don't know how it was going to work out. So everything's just been kind of last minute. So in a way, I had a mild anxiety of the unknowns. And oh my, I love control, I love certainty, and I love planning. And when I can't do those things, it kind of shakes me up. And then I go in this mental narrative talking. So mindfulness or awareness comes into place because I can recognize that, oh, I am spinning in my mind. My talk is unproductive. My anxiety is here. And yeah, it's anxiety. It's fear that I am going to fail, that I'm not going to be able to do a good job. So why bother? And also becoming aware that I want to do a good job. Because if I don't do a good job, I'm not worthy. In a way, my parents still live in the back of my head. So when I'm aware of that, then I can let go. Dropping what is not helpful, like the narrative, this mental construct, this self-talk, this, I'll think of it in a minute. The judging the good and the bad and making decisions based on that, or only seeing the bad. So once I can let go of my mental narrative loop, then I can drop in to an open presence awareness. And this open presence awareness is completely a sense of expansiveness that's about you. And it's where everything comes from. It's where everything else is. And it's where it's a place of everything, a place from the unmade to the made. I also call it the infinite possibility because it's the unmade. From nothing to creation, from nothingness, infinite possibility to creation, to manifestation. And we get to that through the window or the doorway of now. Now, this moment, this recognition, this awareness of the mental construct. And then the moment of letting go, and then the moment of opening to everything else that's here in this present moment, where the past was, the future is right here. I wanted to talk a little bit about an analogy. What does letting go and opening to this presence mean? I wrote a story about a squirrel who wants to go find food, and the squirrel usually lives in a home, and the home, like we have squirrels in our yard, and I see squirrels crawling through the fence. I see squirrels crossing the street. I see squirrels running across the yard, and they're trying to get to their food source. So if that squirrel only see the food and doesn't see the journey of crossing the road, or a dog or a hawk that's waiting for the squirrel to make its move, becoming exposed, that squirrel may not make it to the food. And then when it gets to the food, the squirrel is so fixated with the food that that's all it sees. The squirrel doesn't see any danger, and that's hanging on. And so that's not seeing clearly that there are threats, possibly. So letting go would be like, okay, there's a hawk above me waiting for its next meal, that maybe I ought to not crawl through the yard right now. Or, oh, there's a car coming. I'm going to wait. So that's letting go. And then opening to the awareness is seeing the situation more fully, the possibility of, you know what, I don't need to do it right now. In order for us to evaluate the situation, to see the situation, we have to be able to be aware of this narrative, and then to let that go and return to what's really at hand, to see things clearly. Like for me, seeing that I had mild anxiety, and it was causing my mind to do the not positive self-talk. And then when we can see things clearly, we can be more in the moment, seeing the situations for what it is. Then it's possible to free ourselves from the suffering, from our conditioned world, our narrative, our mental construct, and then experience peace and kindness, caring and compassion. So when I recognized that I had anxiety, that was causing me to get frustrated, doubt myself, then I was able to take a step back and recognize that there's no need. There's no need for that. Just take things one step at a time. Things work out. Things work out. Nobody's here making me do this stuff. And also to be kind to myself and recognize, oh, yeah, I'm anxious. It's because I want to do a good job. And I'm going to do the best that I can. But the negative self-talk, the narrative wasn't helping. So I'd like to go ahead and share with you a guided practice to see how to put this to use for you. So I'm going to invite you to sit back. We are going to do a guided meditation. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Following your breath from the entry point to the part where it enters into your body, it disappears into this vast network of your body. And exhale, the breath coming out of nowhere and exiting through your nose or mouth. Becoming aware of you as you are supported right now, that you're safe at this moment, and that you are secured in this moment right now. Feeling like you can let go any tension in your body that you may be holding on to, letting it melt like a cold stick of butter melt, gently soften in the warm sun. Totally surrendering, letting go into this moment right here. Bring your awareness to your breath. Bring awareness to your ears and your sense of hearing. Bring awareness to your sense of touch, the physical feeling or the absence of feeling. If your palms are turned downward, maybe touching something, or if the palms is facing toward the sky, then you may feel cool air. So that is the grounding of our physical body. And now I'm going to invite you to bring up something that was mildly irritating that happened today or recently. And notice the narrative that you are saying to yourself. Notice what you are saying to yourself, what you are thinking about the mildly irritating situation. And notice that you are aware of the narrative that you are saying to yourself. That awareness is awareness or mindfulness. Now see if you can let that narrative go. If you imagine holding on tightly to a rope and gently releasing your fingers from the rope, see if you can let go of that narrative. Maybe noticing your breath as an alternative. Or the sense of touch on your hand. Or the sound in your ears or coming into your ears. So depending upon how triggered you are with this narrative, you may need to breathe a few more times or feel other sensations like touch or sound or smell. And then let's return with an attitude of a childlike curiosity, observing your narrative. No judgment, no preconceived notion, simply just childlike curiosity. Can you see the situation for what it is? If it involves more than you, do you really know what's going on with the other person? Is what you're thinking true? Do you have a solid idea? Is it true? Is what you're believing, what you're listening, what you're hearing in your mind true? Try to see from the different sides of the situation more than just your own. What could somebody else with a different experience see or feel or trying to do? What could be their reasoning? Now see if you can let go of the narrative altogether, focusing, bringing awareness to your breath once more. And see if you can bring awareness to where you are right now. The sense of the space that you are in, the temperature of where you are. Seeing with your X-ray vision how you're situated in this living space. That open awareness that's expansive. And I always like to add kindness to my practice because I'm hard on myself, and I know that most people are as well. So you're welcome to place one hand over your heart or both hands. If you have your own loving kindness phrases, please feel free to use them. I'm going to share what I'm sharing. Thinking of you in this space, wherever you are. Sometimes I like to also see myself putting a blanket, a comforting blanket from behind me, kind of wrapping me up. And I'm holding on to this blanket by my heart, feeling all warm and snuggly. And then extending a well-wishing phrases. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be free from suffering and pain. May I be well. May I be at peace. May I be joyful. And if you're the situation that you brought into mind was involved another, let's invite that person into the circle, extending or giving them a separate blanket if you like, not necessary. And let's extend the same phrases to this person. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. May you be at peace. May you be joyful. Breathing in that warm, loving kindness into your heart. So I recommend that you practice mindful awareness, which is meditation, every day or as often as you can. Manage into your schedule. It can be just a simple 3 conscious breath, or 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. Do as much as you can. The practice will help you to be more mindful, will help you to be more aware of the mental construct, the narrative that's not helpful. There's lots of apps out there. And when we can drop into the present moment, we are totally free from the past and the future. And in the present moment, that's where peace, love, compassion, and joy, that's where it's possible, right here in this moment. But as soon as the thought gets pulled away to the future or traveling back in the past, then we are no longer in the present moment. So for tonight, I have an ending quote by Sharon Salzberg. There is always the possibility of radical change. Every moment, we are dying and being reborn, we and all of life. So become reborn in the present moment. That's my talk for today. If you have any comments or questions, I'll take them. Check in with me. Let me know how you're doing. How's this format? How's the quality of the video? How's everyone doing? trying the chat box. Okay. If you really have nothing, because I can't see any comments, we'll do the bells 3 times and we'll end. Thank you for stopping in. Let me know how it worked out. And then on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, same Blue House Pocatello channel on YouTube here, I will be doing Qigong live, and you're welcome to join me. It's a lot of fun. We'll do Qigong, and we will do sound healing with crystal singing bowls. It will also be recorded. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good week. See you next time.